You got an email this morning. You almost clicked it. Here's exactly what would have happened if you did. From an attacker's first keystroke to your bank account being drained, step by step. The setup, picking the victim. Open cold. Before we get to the email, let's talk about the attacker. Because the most dangerous thing about phishing attacks is that it starts week before you ever see a single message. Explain OSINT, Open Source Intelligence Gathering. The attacker searches LinkedIn for a job title, checks your company's website, finds a press release, maybe a conference talk you gave, in under an hour. They know your name, your boss name, your company's stack and what projects you're working on. Name the real tools used, Maltego, Hunter.io, LinkedIn, GitHub. Yes, your old code, commits show, your email. Make it visceral. Show the viewer how exposed they already are before any attack even begins. Building the lure, the evil twin. Walk through domain spoofing. The attacker registers PayPal.com, Amazon.com, or uses a subdomain check PayPal.com.evil.net. Explain how most people read the last part of a URL backwards. They stop at PayPal.com and never see an evil.net. The cloned website, using free tools, the attacker downloads an exact pixel copy of the company's login page, your bank, Microsoft 365. They host it on that spoofed domain. It has the same logo, the same fonts, the same forgot password link. Introduce the concept of HTTPS being meaningless here. Padlock doesn't mean the site is safe, it only means the connection is encrypted. Anyone can get a free SSL cert. The attacker's fake site has a padlock too. This is one of the biggest misconceptions in cybersecurity. Read out a realistic phishing email, one that uses the victim's name, references their boss, mentions a real project, pause, then reveal. That email took the attacker 11 minutes to write, because they already knew everything they needed to. Break down the psychological levers used, authority, email appears from the CEO, urgency respond within the hour or the contract is void. Scarcity, only you can approve this, and social proof. Your colleague Sarah already signed off. These aren't random. They're borrowed directly from Cialdini's principles of persuasion. Example email header spoofing. The from field you see is not where the email came from. Show the difference between the display name and the actual sending address buried in raw headers. Most email clients hide this by default. The click, what happens in milliseconds. The moment the victim clicks, an attacker-controlled server logs the IP, browser, OS, and location. This fingerprint helps the attacker decide whether this is a real target or a security researcher in a sandbox. If it looks like a security tool, they serve a normal page. If it looks real, the trap springs. The fake login page loads. Victim types their credentials. Those credentials go to the attacker in real time. Some advanced kits, like Evil Ginks 2, act as a reverse proxy. They pass the credentials to the real site, lock the session cookie, and let the victim actually log in successfully. The victim suspects nothing. The attacker now has a live, authenticated session. Bust the MFA myth here. Session cookie theft bypasses multi-factor authentication entirely. Even if you have a hardware key or authenticator app, a real-time phishing proxy can steal a post-login cookie and use it directly. MFA helps, but it's not impenetrable. In the aftermath, lateral movement and the long game. Now the attacker has your email inbox. First thing, silence and security alerts. Set up mail rules to auto-delete warnings, then explore. What else can they access from this account? Company Slack, cloud storage? Can they reset the password for a bank account that uses this email for recovery? Explain business email compromise, BEC, with your compromised email. The attacker would now impersonate you, the email accounting. I need to update the wire transfer details for our supplier. New account below. Real case studies. Hundreds of millions of dollars lost this way. The FBI calls BEC the costliest cybercrime category by far. The dwell time stat: the average attackers stay inside the network for 197 days before being detected. Not hours, nearly 7 months, silently watching, collecting, preparing. The outro, what actually stops this: flip the power dynamic back to the viewer. The antidotes: verify requests through a second channel, call, don't reply. Use passkeys or hardware keys. Where possible, check raw email headers on suspicious messages and learn to hover over every link before clicking. But the real protection, awareness of the attack surface in the first place, that's what this video just gave you. End of the existential. Phishing doesn't hack your computer, it hacks you. And the fix isn't the software patch, it's knowing how the tricks work before the trick finds you. Hardcut to end card. Suggested end card asks, a subscribe hook, comment prompt. And the next video suggestion. Have you ever almost clicked a phishing email? What gave it away? I'll show you a living phishing kit, a real attacker dashboard, so you can see exactly what they see when you click. If this video helped you, send it to one person who needed to see it. Subscribe.